Hey y'all, Craig with Small Town Wreath Shop and with the Bickums, y'all. Welcome to our channel with the Bickums on YouTube. Today, y'all, we're going to be making it's a mason jar sign, a welcome mason jar sign with some beautiful. We're going to be going all out with the blueberries and denim today, y'all. We're going to be using these. We do have this blueberry and gingham check in stock. We have a regular denim. I don't have this one actually in stock anymore, but it's gonna make a beautiful wreath, beautiful waffle wreath that will fit between the two doors, y'all. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. We'd appreciate it. We're gonna be using some burlap mesh today, y'all, and a little bit of that green mesh tubing to bring out them leaves on that blueberry ribbon. So let's get to it, y'all. All right, so we're gonna get started with our frame, y'all. We've got to have 12 pipe cleaners or chenille stems. That's what we're gonna be working with tonight. You got to put 12 of them on. There's gonna be one by each one of these crossbars on the inner ring and one between each one. Be 6 in the inner part, 6 on the outer part. Slide it between the two. You go around 2 bars. We're going to be folding down, so I need this top one to be about 1 inch longer. Fold it all the way down to that bottom. Pull it tight, about a bar. Give it just a couple twists, y'all. Try to keep them, that one's a little off, but just try to keep them kind of, sort of, the same length if you can. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? We ain't building a watch, we're building a wreath, y'all. So check it out. Alright, so we got those two on in the middle by the bars. We're going to go on that outside. Make sure you fold it down. Going to make it a little longer. Fold it all the way to that outside. And we're going to twist while we're kind of smashing down a little bit. We're going to smash. I just smashed those bars a little bit. That way it kind of holds it. Alright, so that gives you 3 per between the crossbars. You're going to have, you know, we're just going to make 3 every time, but, well, 12 total, y'all. 12 total. So let me get all of these chenille stems on, and then we're going to start putting some mesh on, y'all. Alright, so now I got to get my chenille stems stapled on to the back of my sign. This is a MDF sign. It's not a metal. So what I do, we use 1/4 inch staples that we staple with. Sometimes this MDF is not quite 1/4 inch, and if you just staple through it, you will see where those staples try to come through on the pretty side. So I always take a piece of ribbon, cut about 1 inch. This one's only going to have 2, since I'm only going to put 2 chenille stems. Take that piece of ribbon, fold it once, fold it twice. We're going to fold it once in half, and we're going to fold it in half again. You're going to take your chenille stem. I'm going to leave this little thing right here on there. It ain't going to get in my way anyway. I think I can tie one up here and tie one down here, and it'll hold just fine. So you lay your ribbon down onto your sign. Take the chenille stem, lay it on top of that ribbon, and we're going to staple through all of it. And that'll keep it from showing through that, and then you just twist it up. I left about 1.5 inches where I stapled, and you just twist it around itself, nice and neat. Keep it kind of straight, so it still looks like it's a straight piece. Then we're gonna get the bottom one. I ain't even taking it off. We're just gonna staple through the sticker and all. It ain't nobody gonna see that anyway. So just kind of line it up in the middle. Don't come all the way to the edge. Leave a little bit. And just hold it down and staple it on like so. Alright, you can just twist away, and now we've got our sign ready to go when we get ready for that. And we don't have any little things showing nowhere, y'all, where the staple might come through. So that's my little trick of the day. So y'all are more than welcome to use it, y'all. Alright, so now we've got our chenille stems on. I've got my mesh already cut at 15 inches. So let me slide him out of the way. See how it wants to roll up like it came off the roll. So we're going to unroll it and we're going to flip it the opposite way. Come right down the center, get your halfway point in the center, and we're going to accordion just with your fingers all the way to that other side. So just accordion up and just keep scrunching up, keep pushing away from you, getting that mesh to open up. And then you got your little bow tie looking little deal right here. We're going to start on the outside. So go all the way to that metal ring though. Push it all the way in. Get you 1 or 2 tight twists is all it needs, and then we're going to overlap it while we're folding under. Make it look kind of, you know, it kind of looks kind of like a flower in a circle, kind of, sort of. Let it overlap, and it looks just like so. And just keep moving my stuff out of the way. Just keep spinning around until you got it done. So just unflop it the opposite way that it wants to roll up off of that roll. And you just, like I said, you accordion it, you pinch it up. And the tighter you keep it, the better that it looks. Just like so. And down in there we're going to go all the way to that bar, all the way to your frame. Pull it down, couple twists, overlap, and start folding it down. Overlap, and fold it down. And we're going to get all 6 done on the outside, and then we'll come back and we'll get ready to put our ribbon tails on real quick. Alright, so we got all 6 of the outer mesh on. Now we're going to start laying these ribbon tails in. I've got them folded opposite. So I've got a denim inside on top here, the blueberry on bottom. That one's opposite. Ooh, the mesh is getting me. So when I unfold it, it's got a crease where it folded. Oh, let me show y'all. Let me show everybody real quick. Let's check this out. I had everything almost cut. So I had 2 left to cut to show everybody how we did our ribbon tails. We take our 2 ribbons, lay them on top of each other, fold them in half, put the wire in my left hand because I cut right-handed, and I cut up and away from me toward the wire at a 45-degree angle. Bink. And there, that gives you your pretty dovetail, just like so. Now you don't have to dovetail them if you don't want. You can just cut them straight across, you know, not folding them at a 45, if that's what you prefer. We're not building a watch, we're building a wreath. Build it like you want it. I got one more. That one there, just like so. It was opposite. So put them together, fold them in half, and cut up toward the wire. Now, that's just the way I do it. That's just the habit I have of doing it that way. And there we go. And there we go, there we go, there we go. Alright. Throw away our garbage. Our garbage. And let's put some on. So I unfold it right where the crease is. And you just accordion up. You just pinch it all together right across that middle. And that's kind of what it looks like. It looks like a little bow tie. Open up your chenille stems all the way in, right in the center. Couple ties, all you need. We're going to be putting some more stuff on top of there. Then we just open them up. I'm going to actually do these in a like an X. So we're going to kind of just let them make a cross. Let the blueberries run across this way. I do it different ways. Sometimes I just let them, and actually I might do that. Because it seems like on these waffle wreaths you can kind of see the ribbon better on the outer side when they both kind of angle, you know, toward the outside, because you're fixing to cover up some more with more stuff. Ow. Alright, so let's just keep going. This one's opposite. Right down that middle we go. Shove it all the way in far as you can get it in that chenille stem. Couple twists. Same thing, decide what you kind of want to see. I think I want to see them blueberries. So we're going to let that blueberry come down. We're going to let the blueberry ribbon kind of come down, y'all. That way we see that blueberry ribbon on top, on bottom. Just like so. All of our ribbon is wired ribbon. So you can bend it and kind of make it, kind of manipulate it and do what it's going to do, what you want it to do. So, alright, so let me get all these ribbon tails in and we... Alright, y'all. So now we got all the ribbon tails on the outside. As you can see, everything looks nice and pretty. So we're fixing to go in with another run of the mesh. Right on the inner part. Same thing. We're just gonna trying to give myself a little room here, y'all. Let me make sure that glue ain't hot. We was using the glue pot earlier. Make sure it stays there. So just open it opposite, the way it wants to roll up. Center, and then just accordion, and just keep scrunching it up. Little bit, little by little. Use all your fingers. Keep it down the middle. And the tighter you can get it, the better. Just keep on going. Keep on keeping. Alright. Got your little thing. Open up your inner chenille stems and go right in there all the way down. Push it all the way in there as far as you can before you twist it. One or two twists. Same thing. Overlap. Start unfolding. Like so. And just start unfolding it. If you have to pull it, you just want it to lay flat and make kind of sort of, you're not going to see any of the inner part anyway, of like a circle. So it's just repetitive, and practice makes perfect. So you just keep on scrunching everything up. Just use your outer fingers, your pinkies, and all your phalanges to get it to stay out of your way, so you can do your accordion through the middle. Now make sure you fold these chenille stems up, because you will miss some if you don't watch it. There's number 2. So we're going to have 4 more on the inner part. Just like so. Good enough. Alright, let me finish up the 4 and we'll be right back. We'll start putting some ribbon tails on. Alright, so now we got all the mesh on the top. Before we start putting ribbon tails on, we're going to put our sign in, y'all. I like to use my little handy dandy yarn needle. I got a little yarn needle. Got a little eye in it. A little plastic yarn needle. Y'all know when I look at my wreaths, I kind of look at it and I kind of pick out what I like the top and the bottom to be. I actually like it right here. So I kind of turn it. Bink. I'm going to bend things out of the way a little bit so I can get in there and work. And I'm going to lay them just like so. I'm pretty sure them 2 chenille stems is going to be plenty. So that's what we're going with. So we're going to put it in my yarn needle. I pull it off to the side because I want to land right inside that inner ring, because that's the one I'm going to be tying to. So I just pull it through, kind of hold it. I pull it tight, but I just want to nestle it down inside this little hole. You just want to make sure that it's tight enough that it's not flopping around. And you just tie it around those that inner ring. I'm going to wrap it about 4 or 5 times, and then I'll come back and I'll tie like a half hitch in it so it don't move anywhere. Welcome, y'all. Welcome the first timers. I appreciate everybody checking in on my channel. You can definitely check out our YouTube channel. We appreciate it if you'd subscribe to our channel if you get any value out of our videos. It is With the Bickums here on YouTube. So I appreciate it. Now we're Small Town Wreath Shop on TikTok, on our FB page, Instagram.
I can just put this one in the old one.
Oh, that's what it was? Did you buy? Lord. Hang on, y'all.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got the sign tied on now. I'll go back and I'll do some half hitches. Kind of nestled in there like that, like so. I done been moving this thing around everywhere. I'm going to have to wind up fluffing everything out. So now, you kind of see how it's kind of looking. And we fixing to go around it with some more ribbon tails. More ribbon tails, y'all. So we got 6 more sets of ribbon tails to put in here. So just take your pick where you want to start. Doesn't matter what colors you start with. So, and go right on in. Now these are going to fall kind of like right by the sign. So don't worry about that. Just kind of get in there. And we're going to probably let these run like a V as well. Just open them up. See what looks best. You know. Yank it, bend it, pull it. Get it kind of opened up a little bit. Like so. Now we're going to go in with the opposite one. Give myself a little room here. And just work your way around with the 6. And that's why I like to use 2.5 inch ribbon. 2.5 inch ribbon takes up more area, therefore you get more coverage out of it. So you can kind of just, you know, open them up. Make sure you kind of get that wire, you know, up a little bit, so it don't have quite so many, you know, wrinkles or something in it. Sometimes you can't help it, but it's all good too. Pulling them blueberries down so I can see them blueberries. The ribbon's too pretty not to see. Now we're going to grab another one. Make sure that you're staying in that opposite pattern. Now this one, since the sign's kind of, you know, more rectangle shape than it is round or square, so you have this little opening right here. So that's where you can kind of change your ribbon up just a little bit and let some of this ribbon take up some of that hole. So it covers just a little bit more of that mesh up on the up by the sign, as well as coming down. This one you kind of just got to pull a little bit more on. Use your fingers underneath there to kind of straighten it all out. Let that wire get a little bend in it, like so. Alright, let me get all these ribbon tails on. Alright, so we've got all of our ribbon tails in. Got some really pretty colors to it. Now we're going to give it a little bit of extra pop of green. Not a lot. Just a little. So we're going to be using some green deco mesh. Mesh tubing to go right around that inner. I don't know if I'm going to do the outer or not. We'll see how it looks. Bring in just that little extra green. So we're going to take our tubing. We're going to make our little loops. We're going to keep the inner parts a little bit smaller. So we're going to do a little bit smaller loops. Just like so. We're going to do 4. 4 loops, then we're going to cut. And we're going to go right in on these chenille stems that are close in the inner ring by the sign. And we're going to twist them in. Couple twists. And we're going to take our wire cutters as we go this time. And we're going to snip them off. And we're going to fold them down. We don't want nobody getting poked with that. So now you let that kind of peek out a little bit. It's not going to completely show. And we're going to cut some more. Try to keep them, you know, kind of close to the same size if you can. Just like so. And you can do all 12 if you like. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just do the inner 6, and it gives it plenty. Oh Lord, I lost my loop. Lost my little loop there. Push it down in there. Couple of twists. Cut it off. And just bend it down. That way it's not poking anybody, or it's not causing any issues for your customers. Don't want anybody getting a little pokey poke there. And we're gonna do all 6 of the inner ones, and then we're gonna kind of take a look and see what we how we feel. Just kind of go by how it looks. If you think it needs a little more on those outer rings, then just add it in. If you don't, then that's all good. Couple twists, cut it off, fold it down like so. We're going to open that up. He can take up a little hole there, like so. Alright, so let me get these in and we'll be having this thing finished up, y'all. Alright, y'all, so we got the tubing in. I still have the chenille stems in it on the outer ring. I'm not sure if I want to put the green tubing in on the outside ring as well, so I think I'm going to sleep on it tonight before I add any more tubing in. But other than that, if I do, I will add it in on top of each one of the chenille stems, the 6, cut them off, and they'll look just like this, except they'll be tucked under the edge. Alright, y'all, I decided that I'm going to put the green tubing on the outer edges. I just think that it would look really good to put that, so we're going to make some some more mesh tubing loops, a little bit bigger than the inner loops, because they got to be tucked in underneath your ribbon and your mesh and stuff. So you're just going to make your little 4 loops. We're going to find our chenille stems around the outer edge and just go down right in the chenille stems as far as you can. Get a couple of twists, and we're going to cut the excess off with our wire cutters, and we're going to fold it, that point of that wire down, and just let that mesh that mesh tubing just kind of peek through. And we're just going to keep turning. I'm going to work clockwise here. And we're going to continue on. We've got 6 of these to make. The wreath's turning out really super pretty. I just love all the fruit ones. But I do love blueberries, and I am partial to blue, so gotta maybe dig up in here and find your your chenille stem, because it'll be hid a little bit. Couple 2 or 3 twists is all it takes. Clip the excess off, bend it down, and just kind of fold that little bit of green out. Super simple. I'm not gonna not getting fancy with them. Just kind of twist and turn back and forth till we get enough of them made. 1 pack of tubing, you can do the whole thing and actually have just a little bit of tubing left, that I usually put in a Ziploc bag. Keep the extra, and just keep working around, till you get them all done. 3 and 4. I hope everybody's enjoyed this video. These wreaths turn out really, really cute. Plus, I keep reminding everybody, don't forget, this is the thin wreaths that will fit between your 2 doors. If you have a storm door or a screen door that's on in front of your front door, this will fit between them, because it's only about 5 inches deep. And these wreaths really come out, they're really affordable. It doesn't take a ton like our big wreaths do of materials. Still takes time, but it doesn't take as much materials. Super cute. Remember, this is the thin wreath that goes between your doors. Super pretty, y'all. That'll get you through summer with a welcome mason jar. Welcome mason jar wreath. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to our With the Bickums channel. I'd appreciate that. That's helping us grow. We're really trying to grow and work on our YouTube channel right now, so we appreciate it. So until next time, y'all, we will see y'all later. I'm Craig with the Bickums.